EPA and WA meteorologist Bobby Martin with your outlook for February 24th, 2022. It is Thursday, and today's video forecast is proudly sponsored by North Penn Car Wash in Lansdale, Montgomery County. Join the Unlimited Car Wash Club starting at just $13.95 per month. It's the only place where weather doesn't matter, and you can wash your car or truck as many times as you like within a calendar month for one low monthly rate. And guess what? We got more slop coming in, so that means your car is going to need to be washed again. You don't want to keep doing this over and over again, though, and wasting your money. So this is a great deal. You can wash your car or truck as many times as you want during a calendar month, and it's still the same low monthly rate. They are North Penn Car Wash at 986 Sumneytown Pike in Lansdale, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Proud sponsors of the Thursday video forecast. So today, we're going to have a cloudy day across the region. It's possible that a few southern areas could see just a slight chance of a rain or snow shower, maybe even some sleet pellets, right along the Mason-Dixon line down here. That's it. And that's just going to be generally this afternoon. I'll show you that on the NAM here in a second. But our main system is back here over the Tennessee Valley, and it will work through our region, bringing a myriad of precipitation types. And we discussed this in length this week, and we also put out maps for the first time in a discussion with timing and impacts on the weather alerts page, which you can still view. It's up there today, and it will be updated again if needed later today at 5 p.m., the usual time. Okay, so we're going to move this forward. I'm going to talk about what we have here thus far. All right, so this is a system that's going to bring a lot of mixed precipitation in the region. We'll have a little bit of a start as snow in our far northern areas. We'll have a big area of sleet in the middle, and then freezing rain farther south. So I think the best chances for any snow is going to be north of I-80, along and north of I-80. Once you get in between I-80 and I-78 in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey, you'll have an extended sleet area, we think. And then south of I-78, we'll have the best chance of freezing rain accrual, but that will include I-78. Okay, so you're going to all the way down to just about the Mason-Dixon line, or maybe even below that, actually, parts of northern Maryland. We'll get into that. And as I move this forward, you can see this transition take place, and you might even change to rain all the way up to the I-78 corridor by the time we get to Friday morning before this finally comes to an end. But it's going to end pretty abruptly, and it's going to end tomorrow morning. Okay, so this is going to come in this evening, kind of mid to late evening. It's going to be late, and then it stops probably mid to late morning on Friday. Here's the NAM high-res future simulated radar, and I'm going to start this off here at 11 a.m. You can follow the timestamp in the upper right-hand corner here, and it shows you that there's going to be a little bit of some in early afternoon, a little bit from that wave that's off to our south, the initial wave, not the main system. That's the initial wave. It could be a few sleet pellets, maybe a few snowflakes as this passes through in the early afternoon hours, but this is going to be a very brief thing, okay? The rest of us, just cloudy today, as you can see above me. 32 to 39 is the spread in temperatures from northwest to southeast across our region, so it's going to be a lot colder than it was yesterday. Yesterday was another really, really warm day, and unfortunately it was windy, but I mean, it was very warm, and temperatures getting well into the 60s across the entire region, except for far northwest where that front came through sooner. Okay, so it was a nice day, but now we're going to be paying for it with this, not only the cold today, but also the mixed precipitation come in. So let's move ahead to the evening. Now, this is looking at 9 p.m., and as you can see, you got all this mess over northern Virginia and parts of Maryland here at this point. This is in the form of freezing rain. Anything in purple is going to be freezing rain in this image. Any of the pinks here are going to be sleet, and snow is going to be in blue. Rain will be in the greens and yellows, okay? So as I move this forward and get close to, I'm going to move this all the way up to midnight. So this is looking at midnight right now. Again, mid to late evening start. You have a very, very vast, extensive area of sleet here that is picking up most of our coverage area. So I think this is going to, at this point, be a sleet fest for a lot of people, and that's why we have such high accumulations of ice projected in terms of sleet. This is all sleet in here. PL is the METAR code for sleet. So this is all sleet. Down here we have ZR, which is freezing rain. Okay, and that is going to be advancing northward. Not filled in here yet on the north side here is the snow, but it will. We do think we're going to have snow up in these areas as we progress through time and we get past midnight, and you can see that here. And see how that fills in. You still have this extensive area of sleet, though, in the middle that doesn't give up. Some of these areas in here are going to have sleet for more than 6 hours. So, as I explained in yesterday's video, for every 1 inch of rain, it is 10 inches of snow. That's a liquid equivalent, typically. When you're talking about sleet, it's for every inch of rain is 2.5 inches of sleet. So you're going to have an extended period of QPF, quantitative precipitation, that is going to be falling as sleet, which is going to allow this to pile up. So you're still going to have some areas getting an inch, inch and a half, maybe even 2 inches of sleet in this area, and that is a lot of sleet to get rid of. Areas further south here, again, freezing rain that's going to move off to the north, but you see South Jersey and Delaware at this point are just rain. Any brief mixing that I expect that it's going to take place down here in parts of interior Delaware and southern New Jersey are going to go over to rain rather quickly. I don't expect much down here. But again, the freezing rain is going to follow this, and you're going to have a pretty long period of freezing rain. Now, the freezing rain is not going to be as extensive as some of these amounts that I've seen out there, I don't think. And it's because the sleet is going to be the headline. All right. Areas further north that we're starting as snow here, right nearest the Pennsylvania-New York border and also far northern New Jersey, will change over to sleet there as well as we head to the wee hours of the morning. Because now looking at 5 o'clock in the morning, starting to change over here to freezing rain. You are freezing rain to the I-78 corridor. Might be holding on to sleet here in the northern part of the Lehigh Valley at that point, but it's about to change over and just become freezing rain. And this is going to go right into Friday morning. Some areas here, so you're seeing some areas in the lower Susquehanna Valley and parts of southeast PA at this point changing over to rain, just plain rain. That may get all the way up to about the Lehigh Valley or so by mid-morning, but this is going to end very sharply thereafter. This is 10 o'clock and there's 11, and you're just about done, okay? And noon, it's out of here. So this is going to be a mid to late morning end time, mid to late evening start, mid to late morning on Friday end time here. So what do we have? So with this, again, this is visible on our weather alerts page, so you can see all these images we have. First, we're going to start with our snow projections. This is what we're expecting the snow to accumulate. Anywhere in Area C here is just a coating to an inch. I think it's going to quickly change over to sleet in these areas here. As you get up into a little bit further north, when you get up north of I-80 there, you're looking at about a 1 to 3 inch swath. And then over places like northern Bradford, most of Susquehanna County, northern Lackawanna, most of Wayne County, and far northern Pike County, you can get into a 3 to 6 inch swath, okay? And that's going to be closest to the New York-Pennsylvania border where that occurs. So elsewhere in this white, there's nothing, no snow expected. And that includes some of these areas that are some apps and National Weather Service forecasts are expecting accumulations of snow. I will say this about the National Weather Service, and I clarified this with them yesterday. So, for example, I live in the northern Lehigh County. So I asked them, the winter storm watch that was posted was for 1 to 3 inches of snow, followed by up to, I think, 1/3 of an inch of freezing rain, right? So you have to understand when the National Weather Service issues snow amounts, they're talking about snow and sleet combined together. Why? Because they both accumulate. So they're in this group, the same category. If you're going to do a measurement of sleet and say, hey, I got 1.5 inches of sleet, that's going to go, if that falls at Allentown, Lehigh Valley International Airport, for example, and they have 1.5 inches that's recorded, that's going to go in the snow category for the year total, okay? That's going to count as snow because it is still, it's in that same category. So when they say 1 to 3 inches of snow, they're actually meaning that it doesn't mean it's going to fall as snow in that amount, okay? So just to clarify that. And I did clarify that with them yesterday. So just so you understand that. Same thing up here where the National Weather Service is really high in totals. They're including snow and sleet together. There will be some snow and we do agree with them with that. But the sleet is going to add to those totals as well. So keep that in mind. And then we go over to the sleet map, and this is where we expect the bullseye to be, somewhere between I-78 and I-80, and that area is 1 to 1.5 inches of snow with localized amounts up to 2 inches possible. This is 2 inches of sleet on the ground, which is very heavy and very tough to get rid of and very backbreaking work if you're trying to get rid of sleet. So it's slightly better to drive on when you're talking about this versus freezing rain, but we're going to have that too, so it's not going to be all, everything rosy with this, but this is going to be an incredible amount of sleet, and it's something we definitely would like to avoid if we could, but unfortunately we're not going to. Here is the projections of freezing rain that we have in the area, and this is going to be highest from the lower Susquehanna Valley up through parts of southeast PA, but mainly east central Pennsylvania, up here to the Lehigh Valley, parts of western New Jersey wouldn't be included that. And then again, all the way back here to State College. You get out in this area here, this is not any part of our coverage area, so we didn't have to send any alerts for this area. but this area would be over a quarter inch. The rest of these red areas here are all between 0.15 and 0.25 inches of freezing rain accrual. This is on top of any sleet you got or any snow or anything like that. This is all on top of that. Okay, so these are 3 different maps we had to put out because all 3 are impactful in their own way and all do have their own different representations for certain areas to get one more than others. Okay, the reason you're getting less up north here for freezing rain is because you're going to have more sleet and snow up there. Okay, especially up here by the New York Pennsylvania border, you have very little. So you're not going to have very much freezing rain. You're going to go from snow to an extended period of sleet, maybe brief freezing rain at the very end, and that's it. Down south here, it's just because you have a temperature issue. It's going to go over to rain. Okay, so that's our look at these maps. And if you again, the weather alerts page has all the information. You can take a look at that, and we'll update today as needed. Okay, so I don't want to beat a dead horse with that, but that's it for that system. We're going to be out of here, and then after this system exits, we are going to be mostly sunny on Saturday with temperatures cold behind this system. Before that, we get to Friday. As the system exits, you're going to have temperatures going to get in the upper 30s to low 40s, as you can see, or mid 40s, as you can see above me here for Friday. And then the threat for any precipitation is just in the morning. After that, in the afternoon, the sun comes out, you're going to warm up a little bit. Okay, so some of that's going to melt, whatever did fall that was frozen. So this is mainly just a Friday morning issue. Okay, then Saturday is much colder. As you have a trough settling in the region, you're going to have partly to mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the low to mid 30s for highs. Sunday, you're going to have a warm up, if you will, like a 1-day warm up to maybe just near average for this time of year, maybe very slightly below. Getting on either side of 40, maybe lower 40s in some areas for highs here on Sunday. Still mostly sunny, though. It's mostly sunny through Monday. Another trough moves into the region here on Monday, and we have mostly sunny skies and cold temperatures like Saturday. Again, we have another cold shot come in. This one might be a little bit colder, actually, here on Monday, where many areas might not get to freezing for highs. And then we start to moderate with partly cloudy skies both Tuesday and Wednesday this week. So there's not a lot going on after we get past this system. We'll just have to just bear with it for the next 24 hours or so, and after that, we should be okay. Going to be a little bit colder than average for most of that stretch, but we do start to warm up again, at least to near average by the time we get to the middle of next week. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for February 24th, 2022. Have a great Thursday.